Good morning and welcome to the broadcast. Today on DigginLife21, we want to talk about when is the right time to go full-time. I've been seeing a whole lot of you guys commenting not only on my video but other people's videos and Facebook, Instagram, and there are so many of you who are dying to work for yourself full-time. There are a couple of guidelines that I go by. I have a lot of people talk to me and message me privately and have conversations about their particular situation. One guideline: do you wake up in the morning thinking about what's going to go right today, and then think about what can go wrong? If it's the other way around, you tend to be more of a pessimist, and you have got to have a positive attitude or you're going to struggle in business. That's all there is to it. I find myself at times thinking what's going to go wrong, but you've got to make yourself set an alarm, set a reminder on your phone. First thing in the morning, think about what's going to go right today. That is 90% of it. Your attitude is a huge part of it. There are a bunch of other factors. One factor that I do not encourage people to be a decision maker is who's going to be the freaking president. You can react to that. You can react to which party gets it, whatever, and we're not going to go into politics, but let me just say one thing on that. If you are going to put your faith and how you think that your business is going to do on one person, make it you. Make that one person you. The president is dealing with what's best for the majority of millions of people. He doesn't have time to manage your business. He doesn't have time to make all the right decisions based on you. Only you can do that. Only you can make every decision based on what's going on with your business, your personal life, and your family's life, if you have a family. Only you can do that. Also, don't ask for other people's advice, especially if they don't own a business. You're going to hear from so many people, oh, so-and-so tried the same business, they went under. I've seen 10 businesses tried the same thing in this area and they all failed. Well, none of them were being managed by you. You may be a lot more driven to succeed. You may be a lot smarter. You may be willing to pay more money into advertising. Don't let what somebody else has done. Don't let somebody else's failure keep you from even trying to succeed. That's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Another point, I would not recommend letting how you feel about your full-time job affect whether you should go to work for yourself full-time. I am a prime example. Back during the last recession of 08, I was working as a truck driver. I was driving tractor trailer for United Rentals. It was RSC equipment rental at the time. And I worked my tail off. I busted it every day. I was one of the first in the door. I was one of the last to leave at night, working long hours. I ran as many loads for them as I could. The other driver they had might get a couple of loads out a day, and it just lollygagged and screwed off. Well, things got slow, and guess who got cut? This guy. This guy right here got cut, and I thought I was secure. I thought there's no way they'd fire me. I do more than the other driver. I work harder. I got a positive attitude. I don't gripe and complain. Still got cut. You know, I was bitter about it. I was bitter about it because I couldn't understand why they let me go. But the flip side of that too is that if you think that you're high up in a company like that and you think I'm secure, I know somebody who was high up and 30 years seniority, and that person during the recession got let go. The higher ups are paid the most. Your head is on the chopping block just like anybody else's, and it's going to roll right past everybody else on the way down. So you got to think about the reality of your situation. Just because you think you're secure does not mean you're secure. Just because you've been there for years and years and years. Actually, multiple people. I shouldn't say one. I know multiple people who had been at the same company for years and years and years. As soon as there's a recession and the people at the very top, do you think that they're going to give up what they're making just so you can have a job and feed your family? No, no. And that's business. You can't blame them and you can't hate them for it. And all it's going to do is make you better and, you know, be a finger pointer. The best thing you can do is start thinking for yourself. Who is going to take care of me in the worst of times? Which for most of us is a recession. You're going to take care of you. You are going to take care of your family. You are going to give up things. You will give up going out to eat. You will give up that vacation to feed your family and your kids. Do you think that CEOs are going to do that? Some of them might. Some of them might. But most of them no. Most of them are in it for the business, and they're going to do whatever is going to keep the business going. And sometimes that just does not involve taking care of all the lower employees. That's just how it is. Now, can I advise you on exactly how to run your business? No. We're starting to get so many people messaging and stuff like that. I cannot manage each and individual person, but I can give guidelines. I can help people that way, and I can help show how I do things. Is it 100% right? No. Absolutely not. I am wrong a lot of the time, but I learn from it and I keep pressing forward. You're going to make mistakes. Is your business going to be easy to run? No. Is it 100% that you'll be successful? No. But weighing out the risks and the rewards almost 90% of the time. I like to say 90%. If you are driven and you really want it, you can make it work. You may not live a big lavish lifestyle like you think a business owner should, but at least you know when you wake up in the morning, are you going to have a job? Yeah, you're going to have employment. You may not have work, but you have employment. You don't know if you're going to go into the office today or show up at the yard and the boss man say, well, things are slow, you don't have a job anymore. And all of a sudden, that security you felt is gone. It's just gone. And then you're forced into a situation. You're either forced to find another job, or you're forced to just work for yourself full time. And you know, most of the people that I've talked to that lost their jobs in the recession that now have their business say it's the best thing that ever happened to them. That is the truth. I've had so many comments and talked to people in person that they say, there's a bear right there. Stay in the middle of the interstate. I hope he don't get hit. Where was I going with that? I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, getting laid off or fired, best thing ever happened to them. That's where I was at. Because when you don't have a choice, you'll put everything into it. Right now, I know of several people have put it out there in the world on social media asking, what should I do? And most of them have their little side business. They've already got their equipment, they've already got some work, and they're already getting work. Heck yeah. Now is a good time to go. Now is the time to go all in. Especially if you are turning work down. If if you're having to turn work down because of your full-time job that is not secure, no matter what, I don't care who it is. If you're an employee of somebody else, you are not secure. You are expendable. And if you think you're expendable, you're a fool. That's all there is to it. Because I thought that. I was a fool. It happened. If your full-time job is holding you back, and you're turning work down, that to me is the number one big indicator that it's time. It is time. And there's no telling where you'll go when you have all of your energy, all of your time to commit. A business is just like a marriage. You're committed to it, and you're going to think about it morning, day, and night. You're going to eat, sleep, and breathe it. If you do, there is a very good chance that you will be successful. I encourage you guys to share your experience down below, whether it was good or bad. Give people the opportunity to see was going to work for yourself a good thing or a bad thing. But don't just say good or bad. Explain why. Give them the reason why it didn't work out, or why you think it didn't work out. You may help somebody else, even though you did not succeed. You may show them a couple of points that they're like, well, I wouldn't do that, or, you know, I would do it, have done it different, or I can put the business first. Okay, the second rule. If you look at the work that you've been getting, and you can even take into consideration some of the jobs that you turned down that you know you could have had, and that income, could you have lived on 30% of the profit? 30% of the profit, not 30% of the gross. You know, just because you did a $10,000 job, it's not 30% of that. You know, if it's $10,000 and you had $9,000 of expenses, so you only made $1,000 extra for your labors, could you live on 30% of that? That's your factors to me. Two big factors. Is your job holding you back? And two, could you live on 30% of the profits that you're making? That is realistic, two big factors for me that I would look at. One last thing that I've seen personally here lately is people deciding on what they're going to do because of how the economy is doing. Fortunes are made in recessions. Businesses explode during recessions when they're smart and they know how to work. Okay, this particular individual, I really like the guy. He's always commented. He's got his own channel, but he's having people tell him, and they're scaring him. They're saying, oh, I had a backlog of 2 to 3 months, and now I'm down to a week or 2. Well, you know what? It can go the other way just as quick. Recession or, you know, great economy. It can go the other way just as fast. Me personally, this is the truth. I think it was last week, me and Kelly were out about 2 weeks. This is the truth. 2 weeks, guys, we had work actually booked, I believe it was, and deposits. We are now booked out till January 2021. We are booked out. It can go one way just as fast as the other. And again, those people who don't have a backlog now, guess what? Did you think to ask, well, with this election coming up and you hearing about the economy going bad, did you tighten up? Did you think, oh God, I gotta quit spending money? And foolishly, you quit spending money on advertising. Well, guess what? You quit advertising to save money, your work is disappearing. People can't find you. You have to keep spending money. In my opinion, well, what I'm doing right now, I am spending the same money on advertising and doing the exact same thing as I was before the virus hit, this election became people's concerns, yeah, people get scared. But don't let their reactions to doing something scare you out of doing the best thing you could have ever done in your life. Don't be part of the stampede that runs over the cliff just because you feel secure with the herd. Don't let them run you over a cliff and end everything for you. Do what's smart for you. Educate yourself. Follow your gut. Even if you're scared. Holding back does not make you safer. Working for that other person does not make you safer. Doing what you feel like is going to benefit you and your family and those around you. I was told by people who were important to me and they were close to me, when I was having some tough times, they'd say, why are you still, why don't you just go get a full-time job? Why do you put up with these stresses? It's because they feel that way that they said those things to me. The people closest to you worry about you and think they know what's best for you, and they think that working for somebody else, you're going to be happier because that's what they do. That's just not in it for you. If you already have bought some equipment, you've already done some side jobs, you've already shown that you can do it. You can successfully find the work. You can successfully get the work, and you can complete it, and you can get paid. You've shown yourself that. What's the difference in doing that part-time and letting a full-time job hold you back because of some insurance or you feel secure? Go full-time, folks. If you've already taken the initiative, again, beat this home. If you've bought some equipment or financed, you've already done some work. You have succeeded in completing and get paid for it. Whether you're booked out a week or you're booked out a year, it can go one way or the other just as fast. The best thing you can do is go one day to the next. You've got to plan. You can plan long term, but for your anxieties, you get up in the morning and think about what's going to go right. Then think about what can go wrong and how will I react to it. And then push through the day. Push through the day and react. You guys have got the courage. You've already started a part-time deal. I actually know a guy, and I am stoked for it. He has bought equipment, and he's already got work coming in. Zeta got him a bunch of work, I'm happy for him. This is a time where you can decide for yourself what you want. Do that and go for it. If it's just not the right time for you and you don't feel like you can do it, wait. But I encourage you to take that step. I did, but it was kind of decided for me. It was, a circumstance that decided it for me. If you can make an educated decision, then just do it. Give it everything you got, and don't give up. As soon as it gets hard and you think this is the time I need to decide whether to sell out and go back to working for somebody else or not, that's not an option. For me, giving up on my business is not an option. I will push through it until the bitter end, until I starve to death. Because having a business and working for myself has been the best thing I could have ever done. And that's about all there is to it. So you guys drop in the comments, let us know your experiences starting a business or what you're feeling, and I will answer questions. If you ask me a question, I will answer it to the best of my knowledge, and I will answer it unbiased. Obviously, I'm not a partisan person. Democrat, Republican, I'm not. And I'm going to tell you what I think is best for you. And hopefully it helps you guys. I will say that I've had a lot of people message me thanking me for giving them the courage and motivation to start their own business, and they're doing well. They're doing well right now. So thanks again, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this little installment. We're on our way up here to fix a rock retaining wall that's eroded behind it. We're going to pull the top rocks and put in some railroad ballast behind it to backfill, and it's going to be a fun little project. Hopefully we'll see you guys there, and I hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. Get out there, start your business, and enjoy life. Thanks. We'll see you on the next one.